Hi friends, let us move on to unit costing. It is coming under module 4 methods of costing. It is one of the method of costing, unit costing. Unit costing is a method of costing used to ascertain the cost of producing a single unit of output. It is also called single costing. It is used in the industries where identical and standardized products are produced at large quantities from a common process. For example, cement, bricks, mines, quarries, etc. All these produce standardized and identical products which are large in quantities. In these cases, in order to find out the cost of producing one unit, we can apply unit costing. Cost of producing a single unit of output is calculated by dividing the total cost of output by the total quantity of output. Hence, it is also called output costing. Features of unit costing. Production is continuous in unit costing. Products are identical and standardized. Production is at large quantity. Only single process is involved, and unit cost is calculated by dividing total cost by number of units produced. All these points we have explained in the meaning of unit costing, right? Objectives of unit costing. The objectives are as follows: to ascertain the total cost of production as well as unit cost, to control the cost of production, to determine the selling price, to have a detailed analysis of cost of production by classifying it into various categories, and to analyze the effects of each element of cost on total cost. So these are the objectives of unit costing. Let us see unit costing procedure. How the cost of producing a single unit is being ascertained. These are the steps. Find out each element of cost like material cost, labor cost, expenses, etc. This can be found out from the relevant records. Then find out prime cost. You know the prime cost is the total of direct material, direct labor and direct expenses. Then find out factory cost. Prime cost plus factory overhead is factory cost. Then find out cost of production. That is factory cost plus office and administration overhead. That is cost of production. Finally, find out the total cost. That is cost of production plus selling and distribution overhead. So we got total cost. Each element of cost shall be divided by the total number of units produced, so that we can have unit price. Cost sheet. In order to find out the cost of producing a single unit, we are preparing cost sheet. It is a statement of cost incurred at each levels of manufacturing a product. It shows the various elements of cost and its division. It helps to ascertain the total cost and unit cost. It helps in fixing the selling price. It helps in the comparison of cost. It helps in cost control, and it helps to determine production policy. So these are the advantages of cost sheet. Let us see how cost sheet is being prepared. This is the format of cost sheet. So we are having three columns: particulars, total cost column, and cost per unit column. So in particulars, we are writing direct materials, direct labor and direct expenses. Altogether it becomes prime cost. So we are finding the total prime cost and unit prime cost also. And with that prime cost, we are adding factory overhead so that we get factory cost. And with factory cost, we are adding office and administration overhead so that we can have office cost or cost of production. Finally, we are adding selling and distribution overhead with cost of production so that we can have total cost, that is cost of sales. All these elements should be divided by the total number of units produced, so that we can have cost per unit. This is an illustration with regard to preparation of cost sheet. This is very simple, but the challenge is that we have to identify whether a particular expenditure is coming under factory overhead or office and administration overhead or selling and distribution overhead. We have to identify that. When we can identify these things, it is very simple to prepare cost sheet. Let us go through each element of cost. Materials consumed, that is direct material. Productive wages, that is direct labor. Direct expenses, it is directly given. Factory cleaning, it is coming under factory overhead, right? Factory rent, again it is coming under factory overhead. Office rent, under office overhead. Stationery and printing, under office overhead. Advertisement, it is coming under selling and distribution overhead. Depreciation on machinery, since machinery is used in the factory, it is coming under factory overhead. Depreciation of office furniture, very simple, it is coming under office and administration overhead. Carriage outward, it is an expense which is related to selling of goods to the consumers, so that it is coming under selling and distribution overhead. Loose tools, which is used in the factory, coming under factory overhead. Bad debt, it is related with debtors, that is customers, so it is coming under selling and distribution overhead. Commission on sales, clear, under selling and distribution overhead. Legal charges, it is related with office work, right? So it is coming under office and administration overhead. Go down rent, go down is being used in factory, right? So that it is coming under factory overhead. Rent of warehouse, warehouse is a place where we are storing the finished goods, so that it is related with selling expense, so it is coming under selling and distribution overhead. And sales tax, clear, it is coming under selling and distribution overhead. So in this way we have to identify under which category each element is coming, each expense is coming. So this is the cost sheet we have solved, and see how these expenses are being written in the cost sheet. So each and every element of cost is being written under the appropriate category. Material consumed, production, productive wages, direct wages, everything is written. Prime costs is being calculated. Factory overhead is there, so that we can have factory cost, cost of production, total cost, and unit cost is also calculated by dividing the total cost divided by number of units produced. It is given in the problem that the number of units produced is 12,000 units. So this is cost sheet. Thank you.